Welcome to Mystery Spectrum, currently on location in the Philippines. We have traveled to this enchanting tropical paradise to unearth its most enigmatic secrets. The Philippines is a land with deep-rooted beliefs, superstitions, and mysteries. In this special series, we delve into tales that have mystified and captivated locals and mystery aficionados around the world. Our first episode uncovers a tale as dark as it is ancient, the legend of the Aswang. Our story unfolds in a secluded village, where as dusk falls, a sense of dread descends. Here, the legend of the Aswang, the most feared creature in Filipino folklore, is not just a tale passed down through generations, but a palpable presence in the dead of the night. The Aswang, a shapeshifter, a predator lurking in the shadows. It embodies the terror of vampires, ghouls, and werebeasts, renowned for its ability to walk among us by day, unseen. As night falls, its true, horrifying form is revealed. The Aswang's tale is woven into the fabric of Philippine mythology, tracing back to pre-colonial times. Over centuries, it has evolved, absorbing Spanish influences and indigenous beliefs, becoming a symbol of fear and superstition. In Filipino culture, the Aswang is more than just a mythical beast. It is a pivotal cultural icon. Its influence extends beyond folklore, permeating literature, cinema, and the arts, embodying the eternal struggle between good and evil. To truly understand the Aswang, one must hear the tales of those who claim to have encountered it. These stories, passed down through generations, paint a vivid picture of a creature both terrifying and mesmerizing. Let us delve into some specific encounters with the Aswang. In the rural outskirts of Capiz, a province often associated with the Aswang, numerous reports have emerged of a creature seen prowling at night, its eyes glowing like embers in the darkness. In one harrowing account, a family speaks of a night when an unseen force besieged their home. They described hearing a sound like the flapping of wings, followed by a thud on the roof. It was as if the very air around them had become charged with terror. The tales of those taken by the Aswang are even more chilling. Whispered stories tell of villagers who vanished without a trace. Their disappearance is attributed to the malevolent hunger of the Aswang. Families speak of loved ones who went out at night, never to return, leaving behind an aura of fear and mystery. Perhaps the most notorious story about the Aswang is that of Maria Labo. Maria was a mother who went overseas to work to support her family. Some speculate that whilst abroad she may have become afflicted by a dark curse or demonic possession. When she returned, her husband had no idea that Maria was no longer the caring mother that he loved. Maria prepared a delicious meal for her husband that he enjoyed very much. After the meal, though, the husband realized that it was odd that their children had not joined them for the meal, and they were nowhere to be found. The terrifying truth was that his children had been the meal that he just consumed. The story of Maria Labo, aside from being gruesome and horrifying, stresses that even the people you trust most in the world could betray you if taken by the Aswang. In the rural heartlands of the Philippines, the Aswang is more than just a specter. It is a part of daily life. The fear it instills affects local customs, traditions, and even nightly routines. It is a reminder of the unseen forces that many believe still roam the land. What can the legend of the Aswang teach us about Filipino society and history? Scholars and folklorists provide insight into how this myth reflects the fears, values, and the very souls of the Filipino people. The Aswang myth is intertwined with a myriad of other Filipino superstitions. Rituals and charms like garlic, salt, and prayers are not just folklore, they are deeply ingrained practices meant to ward off evil, particularly the Aswang. During certain festivals and rituals, the Aswang takes a central role, albeit in a veiled manner. These events often invoke symbolic acts designed to protect communities from malevolent forces, a testament to the Aswang's pervasive influence. In modern Filipino society, the Aswang continues to evolve. Urban legends and internet folklore have given new life to the myth, resonating with the fears and anxieties of a new generation. The Aswang legend also intersects with Filipino folk medicine. Traditional healers, known as albularyo, often speak of combating the malevolent influences of the Aswang using ancient rituals and herbal remedies. These practices are deeply rooted in the Filipino understanding of health and spirituality. The Philippine archipelago, with its diverse landscapes and isolated regions, provides a fertile ground for the Aswang myth. Each region has its own version of the Aswang, shaped by local geography and culture. These variations offer a fascinating glimpse into the adaptability of folklore. Personal accounts of Aswang encounters add a visceral dimension to the myth. From whispers of eerie shapes seen in moonlit rice fields to harrowing tales of nocturnal attacks, these stories are passed down with a mix of fear and fascination. The Aswang myth also intertwines with the Philippines' colonial history. Spanish colonizers reportedly used the Aswang legend to instill fear and maintain control, a sinister manipulation of local folklore for political ends. The American CIA even used the Aswang to further their goals. In the aftermath of World War II, a group called the Hooks, previously rebels fighting against the Japanese, had turned their sights to freeing the Philippines from American influence. They were aligned with communist ideology, which to the CIA meant their defeat was even more imperative. Enter Edward Geary Lansdale. Lansdale had been an advertising guru based out of San Francisco. He had created campaigns for many high-profile companies such as Levi Strauss and Nestle. During the Second World War, Lansdale was recruited by the Office of Strategic Services, which was the precursor to the CIA, to engage in psychological warfare. After the war, Lansdale's talents were redeployed to the Philippines, and specifically against communist groups like the Hooks. The tactics employed included playing mysterious curses from loudspeakers mounted to light aircraft, but they also engaged in even more sinister methods. The CIA deployed a squad of military hitmen to the Philippines. The tactics they used, based on Lansdale's methods of psychological warfare, were almost as terrifying as the Aswang themselves. They would ambush Hook patrols, but only take the last man. This unfortunate fellow would then have his neck punctured and be drained of all his blood. The CIA operatives would then leave his body on the trail, so that when his comrades returned to look for him, they would find the ghastly scene and attribute his death to the Aswang. The Aswang continued to have a significant presence in Filipino society, featuring in cinema and literature, often portrayed as a metaphor for societal ills. These artistic impressions offer a window into how the myth evolves and adapts into contemporary themes. In modern times, the Aswang continues to evolve. Urban legends and internet folklore have given new life to the myth, resonating with the fears and anxieties of a new generation. The Aswang myth's enduring power lies in its psychological impact. It taps into primal fears, the unknown, the predator in the dark, the duality of human nature. It's a mirror reflecting the deepest anxieties of the human psyche. As we conclude our exploration into the shadowy realm of the Aswang, we recognize its indelible mark on the Filipino identity. It is a legend that captures the complexity of the Filipino culture, a fusion of fear, faith, and folklore that continues to captivate and mystify. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the heart of Filipino folklore. Stay tuned for more episodes as Mystery Spectrum continues to explore the enigmas of the Philippines. If you liked this episode, please remember to hit the like button. And if you'd like to see more videos about the mysteries of the world, subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you will be notified of new episodes. We look forward to seeing you again to share in more mysteries of the unknown.